I very much enjoy living in the Czech Republic. It's a wonderful country, it's got beautiful nature, lots of interesting history, very nice people, and I've been here quite a long time. And many years ago, it was quite easy to get books. But a few things have changed since then, and I'm going to talk about buying books and how I get books here in the remote Eagle Mountains of Eastern Bohemia in the Czech Republic. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Book Time with Elvis with me Mark, and I hope very much you're doing well. And if you enjoy my videos, then please, I would appreciate it if you would consider liking them and subscribing to the channel. It would be jolly nice, and I think I'd rather like to enter the new year possibly at around the 3,000 subscriber mark, but I guess 500 subs in, what have we got left for the year? 6-7 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. It's probably a bit too much, isn't it? Too much to hope for. But anyway, moving on. So, buying books. Well, two major things, of course, happened to make things more difficult when it came to buying and ordering books to the Czech Republic. One of them, of course, is the horrific, tragic event that dare not speak its name, that of Brexit, where Britain, in my opinion, extremely foolishly voted to leave the European Union. I can't see at all what benefits they got out of it, but hey ho. Get over it, as they say. Well, I don't think I ever will get over it, but this is not a political rant, as much as it could turn it into one, but let's leave it at that. It certainly made living in the EU as a British person a little bit more difficult, but hey ho. And the other thing, of course, was the demise of the book depository, which was very, very useful and very sad. And I still think it hasn't properly been replaced. There are alternatives, and I have used companies like Blackwell's, which has been pretty good, but it's awfully slow. There's Kenny's in Ireland. They've done all right too on a couple of occasions, and I don't have to worry about any of the EU paperwork and stuff because Ireland's in the EU because they're very sensible. And yeah, and there are a few local ones. So I do use some local sites like Mega Knihy, which is a Czech company, I guess similar to something like Amazon maybe. There are a couple of second-hand sites like Restorio and Knihobot. They're hit and miss, to be honest, but not too bad. There's a new one I've just tried called Avion something or other. I will maybe I will see how it goes with them, and then maybe I'll make a video specifically about them if they do happen to be very good, but they are a second-hand bookshop. The problem with getting second-hand books here in the Czech Republic is that very, very limited, because of course most second-hand books are going to be in the Czech language rather than English, and a lot of the second-hand books are either probably bought in bulk from somewhere and shipped in, maybe from Germany or whatever, or they are like what expats and immigrants and things leave behind when they leave, or when they've read them or they didn't like them and decide to get rid of them. Now, of course, there is Amazon, and there is Amazon Germany, which used to be very good, used to be very, very good. But again, I guess in cost-saving measures, they decided to change how they did things, and so they moved to a different courier company and courier system, which has been a massive headache for me, frankly, because Amazon was good not just, of course, for books, but ordering other things, and I can't even begin to explain how the new courier system works from Germany. So what they do is they go through this Romanian company, which is like a middleman called Fan Courier or something, and they pass it off to a Czech company called Zasilkovna, which is a very big company here that deals with courier deliveries, particularly to certain like box locations. So they drop off. They have these drop-off locations, and then you get a code and you can go pick it up. However, because I live out of the way, they don't deliver to my house actually anymore. They pass it off to somebody else, somebody called Liftago or Grid or something like that, which is basically like a kind of Uber or taxi service which brings things out and deliver to you. And I had one experience where they actually wanted to deliver something to me at something like 2:30 in the morning. Would you believe it? Yeah. So that is not particularly good. So if I order anything from Amazon DE, I have to make sure that it comes originally from the United Kingdom, because in that way then it goes through Austrian Postal Service, which then goes off to a much more efficient courier company called PPL, and they deliver directly to my address. So that's nice and easy, and the only way I can do that is generally looking at how long it takes to receive the item. So if it's over a week, its chances are it's coming from the UK. If it's less than a week, it's going to come from Amazon Germany. Or rather more frustratingly, it will come from one of Amazon's warehouses, one of the biggest ones of which, of course, are located here in the Czech Republic. But there is no Amazon Czech, and it doesn't really get much benefit falling under Amazon Germany. So it's kind of ironic that they have this big warehouse here, and yet they are very poor now at delivering to the Czech Republic. And I'm sure I'm not the only person who's had these problems. So the best bet for me, I think I've decided, when it comes to getting new books, is to use this Czech service, Mega Knihy, as long as they have what I need. Now sometimes they don't, in which case then maybe Blackwell's is a decent alternative, but as I said, it does take rather a long time. With second-hand books, as I say, it's hit or miss. Sometimes it can be jolly good. I didn't have such a good experience. If you watch my video I've just made, actually, but it will probably be the video preceding this one on my channel, I'm doing this Du Maurier in December, and I bought all these Du Maurier books from, I think, a second-hand shop called World of Books. And again, it was frustrating. I think they fixed it at the time, but I'm not so sure. I don't know. But a few years ago, they had problems again with shipping to the EU. And I was led to believe that it wouldn't be any issue. You know, what you pay at the checkout is what you pay. And bizarrely, I think they split the order up into two parts. It was like 6 books plus 1. So like I got the bulk of the order, no problems whatsoever. And then one of the books got stopped in customs, and I don't know why, because it's under the €150 or whatever it is threshold. And then what happens then is Česká pošta has to negotiate its release for you, and they charge you around £10, $15, something like that, to do that, which was actually almost 3 times what the book cost anyway. So that put me off using that for many years. So as you can see, it is a bit of a challenge. Ebooks, no problem. So maybe it's an argument for me, at least, to do more on ebook. But I love so much having books in my background, the holding books, smelling books, books to hold up and show you when I'm talking about things. So yeah, I do have to jump through some hurdles that I wouldn't have to, of course, if I lived in an English-speaking country such as the United States, Canada, or of course Great Britain. It would be much, much easier and much, much cheaper, because buying ebooks, of course, are more expensive when you buy them abroad generally. Second-hand books also, actually, I think are a bit more expensive here than they are if I was living in England and buying them. But I thought I'd just give you some insight into how I buy books, how I go about it. Now, recently I did another fundraiser for the library, so thank you very much to all those of you who donated to that. It was really kind of you. I'm working with the kids now to decide what to buy, and we'll hopefully buy them either in December or in the new year as well. So don't worry, I've not run off with your money. Yeah, so I just want to do that. And again, it's that kind of deciding what they want and where to get it from that I have to kind of work out, because last time I had to buy some from Blackwell's, had to buy some from Amazon, had to buy some from this Mega Knihy as well, because not everything, when people suggest what is good, is available from every one place, or at least at one place for a good price. I just wanted to update you on that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Do take care, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Let me know though in the comments if you live abroad where you buy books from, or where you generally like to buy anyway. I mean, I'd much rather buy from local and independent bookshops just like everybody else, but it's not always practical. Alright then, once again, take care. See you all soon. Bye bye.